60 artists turn some fast art into some fast funds, and kids at the zoo are going hog wild.
Plus all the baklava you can eat. It's all next on WCNY Connected.
Don't touch that dial.
Welcome to WCNY Connected. We're Ted and Amy, and it's already started in my neighborhood, Amy.
It's already started?
The countdown to the 4th of July with the family that always gets the illegal fireworks from out of state.
No,
They're setting one
do
off
not
a night.
condone that. There's so many professional fireworks.
But apparently they can't wait. In anticipation of the 4th of July, they're setting one off a night.
You say this every year.
Right when I'm drifting off to sleep.
Do you think it's the same family every year that does this?
I'm sure it is.
I think they're building the anticipation, babe.
I think every neighborhood has one of these families, too.
And you know how you can identify them? They're normally missing a few fingers.
Oh, that's not even funny.
Well, you know, why would you buy illegal fireworks?
This all leads up to the big finale on the 4th, when you can just barely see the sky bursts over the trees in your backyard.
And you're trying to identify.
You're sure one's going to land on your roof and set your house on fire.
Well, we have so much more before July 4th.
Oh,
I don't like to wish away any of the summer because it's so brief. Hey, Rome was not built in a day, but the Everson is hoping that great art can be created in just 1 hour. Next weekend, 6 people will gather at the museum to create one-of-a-kind pieces during their second annual 60/60 event. And here to tell us more is Executive Director of the Everson, Stephen Kern.
Hello, Stephen.
Well, it's great to be here. Thanks for inviting me.
I have heard so much about your first 60/60 event.
It was great. It took everybody by surprise. It's like, oh, I didn't get a chance to go. I didn't know it was happening. How do I get in next year? And so this year we've got it lined up again. The Members Council organizes it for us, and it's fantastic. It's a fundraiser, yes, but even more importantly, it cultivates curiosity. It encourages creativity and ultimately collecting all things that are such an important part that we have in our mission. So,
all right, now it's 60 artists, and they seriously have to make something entirety in 60 minutes.
They take 60 minutes to do that. There's a little bit of latitude given. For example, a spot welder working on building a big metal sculpture last year. She started and then she finished at the event. And somebody throwing a ceramic vessel. Okay, they threw a vessel, everyone could see how it was done, and then had another one that was a part of the raffle at the end. And so it's fantastic, and it's also a ton of fun.
Wow.
And this year we have a special guest who's coming in as a model. Julie Boeheim's coming in, and she's going to be painted by 2 artists in our community, Daryl Hutto and Susan Roth. One will be very, very abstract, and the other very expressionistic.
Do we know if the coach is going to buy him if he likes him?
Well, you know,
will it be nude?
Get a lot of raffle.
No, probably not.
I think not. It's a G-rated event with a little bit of wine. So anyway,
there you go.
Now, but you mentioned, okay, so there's painting, there's sculpting, there's just
watercolor, there's collage, lots of different forms of painting, acrylic and oil. And so you're getting things fresh off of easels. And in all seriousness, it is fantastic to see the incredible wealth of creativity that we have here in our community.
Right.
And this is all raising funds for the Everson?
And the point is to help raise funds because, you know, we're trying to get a lot done. And so all the support that we can build, we really need. And this is more than just financial support, though. It's also the support that we need, the passion, the energy that recognizes that great art is around us.
I think you had a ton of the public who probably hasn't been to the Everson in a while. They came out for the huge Turner to Cezanne exhibit that you had, and I know they've been going back since then. Do we have any other huge exhibits planned?
We're working on the next big show. For now, we have Maxfield Parrish that's up, and that's his work in print, which is what his paintings were meant to be. Largely was designs for products and posters.
I'm so familiar with Maxfield Parrish because my grandparents had a huge print of one of Maxfield Parrish's works with a lady reclining on the ground and like a nude lady standing over. And I always used to say, Grandma, is that you laying on the ground?
You know, that's called Daybreak, and there's a print of that in the show. It's said that 1 in 4 households in the United States had that.
That must have been huge.
So, I mean, that's a little bit ambitious a statistic, maybe, but fantastic. My grandmother had it as well. So,
the last 6 months at the Everson have just been rolling.
And we're going to keep it that way.
That's
keep
great.
it that way.
More and more people come, they'll come back again.
And make the Everson their own. That's what we want to see happen.
Now, the 60/60 event, I love the time, 5:30 to 7:30, so that, you know, right after work, people can kind of wander around, and it really doesn't take up the whole evening either.
And that's great. People can go on from there. And tickets are still available.
Okay.
It's selling out, but tickets are still available. Call the museum, $40. and that gets you a few raffle tickets, so you can also conceivably go home with something to hang on your walls or put on your table.
And it's outside? Is that how it works?
We've got tents set up. We've got our summer picnic. There's a lot going out. It's on the Everson Plaza behind the museum.
Love it.
And last year it just sparkled, and I'm sure we'll have the exact same thing. We're praying to the weather gods now.
Yes, there you go.
So, well, I'll be in the crowd, Stephen. So,
great.
Yes, bidding on Julie Boeheim.
There you go, Stephen. Thank you so much for joining us.
Very nice, and keep up the good work at the Everson.
See you soon.
Again, reservations are still being accepted for the Everson 60/60 event. The paint starts flying next Friday under the tents on the Everson Community Plaza from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. If you'd like more information, call the Everson 315-474-6064 or visit them online at everson.org.
Don't go away. It's a weekend of remakes at the movie theater. After the break, we take a look at 2 films opening tomorrow that seem a bit familiar.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Plus, our monthly visit to the Rosamond Gifford Zoo is filled with trucks, stunts, and slam-dunking pigs.
Ooh.
You want to see that? And the organizers of this year's Greek Fest, Hoopa! Isn't that what they say?
Hoppa!
Hoopa! All right, have been working hard in the kitchen for weeks to make sure you get your taste of their famous baklava.
Whoa.
We'll see how they do it next on WCNY Connected.
Check out WCNY Connected with us, Ted and Amy.
Thursday nights at 9 on WCNY.